Back here in between games as we get ready for Game 2 between the Doc Stewarts and the Willamette Valley Titans. It's time now to continue our series of player interviews brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Get a chance to catch up with Jay Stoffel, class of 2020 for Roseburg High School, going to be a junior next year. One of the young guys on this team gets a chance to pitches in Game 1 here tonight. And Jace, for you, getting the news that you're going to get a chance to play up on the big club this summer and pitch quite a bit, but also splitting time. What was kind of the discussion that you had with coaches before the start of the season, and how excited were you to get a chance to at least put on a Doc's uniform for some of the games this summer?
I was really excited. I love to get the opportunity to show what I can do, and he just told me at the end of the spring season that I didn't get very much at bats during the spring, so they're going to have me swing and play with Pepsi and get swings and play third, and then come up here and pitch whenever they need me to.
What's that process been like for you this summer, knowing that you're going to be pitching with the Docs, but then getting a lot of time with the Pepsi Bottle Caps, getting a chance to play more defensively and play and get a chance to hit? Has the process been easy for you to be able to split your time between the two teams?
Yeah, it's been easy, but it's been long, tiring. But it was pretty easy though.
You might be playing a little bit more games than some of the other guys maybe around here, getting a chance to play on both teams.
Yeah, I did get to play quite a bit of games.
The spring season was pretty good for you with the Roseburg Indians 5-1 record in your time there. You were one of the starting pitchers, earned all conference honors as a sophomore. For you, how cool was it to see that you were an all-conference Southwest Conference pitcher just after your sophomore season?
It was really cool. Love having the honor, and just I love pitching, and just yeah, I don't really know.
I mean, was it surprised you at all with how things worked out that sophomore season with Roseburg on the varsity squad?
I guess, but I don't know. I just kind of went out there and did my thing. Didn't really, I don't know.
Didn't really think much about it, did you?
Just kind of went out and pitched.
Yeah.
So.
You're going to be one of those guys that they lean on heavily going into the next couple of years with Roseburg High School. I mean, after a successful this year, what are you kind of looking at for the future? Are there any kind of thoughts about, you're going to be a guy that's going to be asked to do a lot coming up over the next years with your junior and senior year still to go? You expecting to have to be a leadership type of guy for Roseburg, or?
Yeah, expecting to be a little bit of a leader. Yeah. Leaning on me to do a lot of things, pitch, play third when Zach's pitching, and I'll be one of the older guys next year, so probably a leadership role.
That season came to an end a little bit early for you guys there in the Central Catholic loss in the second round of the playoffs. And I say early, I guess a lot of people would probably be happy to be in the second round of the playoffs. But did that kind of feed your drive a little bit, knowing the next year you guys will have a lot of players back, but you try and get a little bit further than the guys did this year?
Yeah, just giving us that fire to keep going and just go farther next year and do better.
You also a multi-sport athlete there at Roseburg High School. Let me double check my notes here. Football as well. Did you play winter sport? I think I asked you that before, but
no.
Yeah, just the football season. I know you're a backup to a guy that was on the Docs last year at that quarterback position in Colin Warmoth, but you got some limited time last year. Have you been thinking about football at all yet, or is that still just a distant memory for you at the moment with Docs still going right into the heart of the season now?
I mean, I still think about it. I go to practices still every once in a while, but it's mostly Docs right now. But.
Yeah. What kind of things are you looking forward to in the upcoming season with Roseburg football?
Just competing for that starting spot.
Yeah.
I don't know, just going out and competing every day.
Yeah. You excited about what Roseburg football's got kind of going now with, it seems like Coach Heiberger's been there for a few years, and I know you're still fairly new with the program, still just a young guy, but kind of excited about as that program continues to build. Just missed out on a playoff spot last year. You guys kind of have maybe playoff aspirations this year for football?
Yeah, we do. We think we're going to be pretty good next year and maybe get in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to that for sure. Talking with Jay Stoffel here. Well, as you continue on this season, I know things are starting to get down to crunch time, only about a week left in the season. How are you feeling with the team here going into this stretch run? Do you think you guys have maybe what it takes to make a nice run in the state tournament coming up?
I do. I mean, obviously, Coach has said it a lot. We're young, but we're still really talented, and I think we're doing pretty good right now. I think we have a pretty good shot.
All right. Well, hey, Jace, appreciate getting a chance to know you a little bit better here with the Doc Stewarts. Look forward to a couple more years with you playing baseball and football here in the Roseburg area. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
All right, that's Jay Stoffel there. It's our Umpqua Dairy player interviews here in between games. We'll have Game 2 coming up in just a few moments. Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Back after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Ranch.
Well, we welcome you back here at John Young Field on the Hamlin Sports Complex here in Springfield, just out beyond what looks like it has to be rather new, Hamlin Middle School here, as the Doc Stewarts take game 1 of our doubleheader. And we'll look to try and pull off the series win with a sweep in game 2. Coming up here in just a few moments, the Doc Stewarts getting the win 6-3 in 9 innings in game 1. We're starting to put together the starting lineups here, and we'll have those for you here in just a few moments. Taking a look at the Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update, let's go ahead and do that. Taking a look at some of the other scores, I think we have finals from at least 2 of the 3 doubleheader series going on tonight for the Area 4 matchups. You had Medford at Eugene. They win 16-1 in 6 innings to take the opener of that series. The doubleheader will wrap up over at Sweet Johnson Stadium coming up here in just a few, as they'll get their game 2 probably already underway after we went extra innings. Eugene did lose in game 1, 12-4 last night, and then rallied back for a 9-5 win in the nightcap. We'll see if the Eugene Challengers can split yet again. Last we knew, it was in the bottom of the 5th between Grants Pass and Klamath Falls. Klamath Falls won both games in Grants Pass yesterday. Now Grants Pass trying to return the favor. They were leading 8-2 in the bottom of the 5th of game 1 in that one. That is your Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update. Offering a wide range of high-quality lumber, plywood, and building-related materials, Garrettson Building Supplies supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. We will go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll get you the Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups and look around the diamond defensively as well as we get set for Game 2. This is your abbreviated Budget Lumber pregame show as we get ready for Game 2. Everything you need at great low prices, Budget Lumber on Diamond Lake Boulevard, where they strive to be number 1. Back after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Douglas County is your home.
But no matter where life takes you,
Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Swimming season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Reese's Pieces. Popcorn with butter.
Starburst.
Popcorn.
Okay.
Skittles.
Popcorn.
Swedish Fish.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Best snack for movies? Oh, buttered popcorn.
Okay. Oh, looks like we'll have a bright, shiny Game 2 coming up for us here from John Young Field at the Hamlin Sports Complex in Springfield. The sun's starting to make its way towards the horizon. Probably got about 30 minutes or so still before the sun really starts to head behind the trees and give us some shade here at the ball field. A warm one today. Let's take a look at our Supercuts weather report as we get ready for Game 2. Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. We were right at 90 degrees when we got things started, and it looks like we're probably going to be in the mid to low 80s here at the moment. Going to see if my phone will refresh here just momentarily. It's telling me 86 at the moment. I want to almost call it a liar, but breeze blowing through has definitely helped made it a more comfortable night than what we've had the last couple of days out at the ballpark. 100 degrees yesterday up in Roseburg, I should say, down in Roseburg, and now up here in Springfield today. It looks like, yeah, about 86 for Game 2, as that is your Supercuts weather report. Doc Stewart's getting the win 6-3 in 9 innings in Game 1. They look to try and take the sweep on the road. It'd be their first road sweep of the league season if they can get it. It would also be their second consecutive Area 4 series win. Let's take a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Doc Stewarts as they get ready to bat first in the top of the first inning in Game 2. Garrett Russell will lead things off playing in center field, followed by Doran Gillespie playing in left field batting second. Jonathan Stone plays at first and bats third. The cleanup hitter will be the DH, Luke Lucido, getting a chance to bat in Game 2. Zach Mandera plays at third base. He'll hit fifth, followed by the catcher, Kyler Leischner, batting in the sixth spot. The 7-hitter playing in right field is Jet Black, followed by Caden Johnson, the shortstop, hitting 8th, and Jacob Luther, the second baseman, will round things out hitting in the 9th spot for the Doc Stewarts. That is your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Look around the diamond defensively for the Willamette Valley Titans. On the mound, starting Game 2, will be Trevor Duran. Oh, and it looks like we've got a late switch with the lineup here. So I guess as I get caught just in time by the home book to make the switch here. It looks like they put out together a whole new lineup. It may not have changed that much, but they put up a whole new lineup card. Didn't just cross somebody out. So we'll go ahead and get this figured out here as we look around the diamond, which is brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment, where the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. So, looking at the new starting lineup around the diamond, it is still Trevor Duran on the mound, getting the start here for Game 2. As, let's see, Duran, he will throw into Jace Cross behind the plate, catching in Game 2. Out at first base will be Trey Nelson. At second base is Wyatt Sales. At shortstop will be Chase Elliott, and at third base is Bryce Betcher. And the outfield from left to right, that'll be Dylan Edwards in left. Isaiah, well, that's a new player. The reading is, or the font Not showing through on the copy that we got here. That's number 15. It's going to be, no, that's 15 is Bryce Betcher. Oh, this is Isaiah Burke out in center field, getting the start in center. That is the change that we'll have. And then in right field is going to be Zach Hart. So the one change we have is they pull Caden Miller from the lineup, and they put in Isaiah Burke, and he will take over in center field for the Willamette Valley Titans. So there we go. That will fix the lineup there for the Titans as we get ready to go in game 2. All right. The joys of live radio, trying to figure out all the different changes we want to do here. All right, so Burke will take over in center field, and we've got it all squared away. So that was your Diamond Power Equipment look around the diamond. And we will get ready for game 2 coming up here momentarily. Again, the Docs win game 1, 6-3. It took 9 innings to decide as Doc Stewart's come out on top. Trevor Duran on the mound, a right-hander. He was the starter in center field and the 9-hitter in the lineup after in game 1. He'll get a chance to start on the mound here in game 2, going up against Cody Johnson for the Doc Stewarts on the other side. Garrett Russell will lead things off for the Docs. He'll get a chance to come up and hit here momentarily. Docs looking to, let's see, they go to 21-15 on the year, 6 games over 500 for them overall, and that is their best record on the season. Another win continues to beat that mark. And if they can get a sweep here on the road, improving to 10-6 in league play would mean that they would be the second team with double-digit wins in Area 4 this season. 14-21 on the year now for the Titans, and 6-9 in league play. For them, they'll be in a tie with the winner of the Grants Pass and Klamath Falls matchup. And the last we knew, Grants Pass was winning that one. It'll be a tie for 4th place. Eugene dropped to 7-8, so they're still alone in 3rd. The Docs building a little bit more of an extended lead over the rest of the pack as they try to keep up with the Medford Mustangs. They do at the moment, still trailing Medford by 3 games as we get ready for the nightcaps for the Area 4 teams around the area. Over in Eugene at Sweet Johnson, they're playing tonight, and down in Klamath Falls, they're playing as well. Leading things off, Garrett Russell in there against Trevor Duran, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. We are underway in game 2. A 1-0 pitch, Duran, the righty. Breaking ball misses to go to a 2-0 count. Garrett Russell didn't have a hit in game 1 until his final at-bat. He takes high for ball 3. Had an RBI single in the 9th inning, a chopper to the left field. He went 1 for 4. Did have a sac bunt in there as well. Russell, 3-0, takes for ball 4, draws the leadoff walk from Trevor Duran. Not the way he was hoping to start, I'm sure. 1 on for the Doc Stewarts here in the first inning, trying to pile it on early, see if they can jump on the Titans and maybe break them early on. 1 on is up next will be Doran Gillespie, the left fielder. Gillespie moving up in the lineup for Zach Holland, who sits out game 2. Pitch high for ball 1 for Gillespie. Doran had 2 hits in game 1. Started with 2 hits, finished with 2 hits. Went 2 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats, but then grounded out and struck out. 1-0 pitch, Russell going, breaking ball behind the head for Gillespie. Tried to stay out of the way. Russell will get in, no throw. Stolen base, 2-0 count now for Gillespie. And on the mound, Trevor Duran struggling to find the strike zone. 2-0 pitch here for Duran. Gets one across for a strike. Finally finding the strike zone against Gillespie. His first strike of the outing. Two-one pitch. Gillespie swinging a miss for strike 2. Nobody out with the man in scoring position. Two-two the count with nobody out. Man at second base here, top of the first in game 2. That ball golfed out towards left field. Drifting back a bit, making the catch will be Edwards. And that'll hold Garrett Russell at second base. Fly ball out to left field for Gillespie, one away. Up to bat next for the Doc Stewarts will be Jonathan Stone. Stone earning the save in game 1. He puts a charge into this one, out in the air to left field. On the run, Edwards shifting towards center, not quite all the way. Makes the catch on the pop out. You've got 2 down now. A couple of fly ball outs to left field. Doc's trying to barrel one up so far against Duran, and they haven't been able to. A leadoff walk for Garrett Russell, the only base runner so far. 2 down. And Luke Lucido will get a chance to bat. The DH hitting for starting pitcher Cody Johnson. First pitch from Duran to Lucido. In for strike 1. Luke drawing a leadoff walk in the 9th inning of game 1 and eventually came around to score the game-winning run. Docs would add 2 more after that. His 0-1 pitch from Duran. Breaking ball inside. Takes the count to 1-1. Zach Mandera had a solo homer in game 1. He waits on deck. The 1-1 pitch. Russell stealing third. Throw down to the bag. Not going to be in time. I think the pitch missed low to Lucido as well. A 2-1 count. Russell stealing third. 2 stolen bases here in the first inning for him. Man at third base at 1-2. Okay. Apparently that was called a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here against Lucido. With a man at third and 2 away. Takes high for ball 2. Luke trying to drive in the first run of the game. Docs didn't lead until the 9th inning of game 1. Trying to take an early lead here in game 2. Duran's 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball is fouled away. Wind continues to pick up off and on here at the ballpark tonight. Cools things down, feels good, but it also wants to blow all my papers everywhere, which is always a hassle. 2-2 count for Trevor Duran after the leadoff walk and struggling to find the strike zone early. He's trying to wrap things up in the first without giving up a run. He's close to doing so with the 2-2 count against Lucido. The 2-2 pitch. Off speed again, and Luke fouling off another one. Doc Stewart's, if they could get a win, they'd be back to a 3-game winning streak and would move to 7 games over 500, setting a new season high. The 2-2. Lucido gets on top of it, fouls it down the third base side, continues to battle here against Duran. That is, I believe, at least 3 straight foul balls out of Luke Lucido, staying alive with 2 strikes against him. Two-two delivery coming up yet again for Luke Lucido. Garrett Russell on at third. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. On the outside corner, Trevor Duran will sit down Luke Lucido, and that'll wrap up things in the first. Docs threaten, but they can't take the lead. No runs on no hits. There were no errors, and one man left on base. Go to the bottom of the first inning. Doc Stewart's in a scoreless ballgame with the Willamette Valley Titans here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
We head to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless ball game. Doc Stewart's Baseball brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall. For new patients, mention the code PERFECTSMILE and receive a free exam and x-rays. Leading things off for the Titans will be Chase Elliott, the shortstop. We'll run through the Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Titans. Here in the first inning, they'll face off against Cody Johnson, the starting pitcher for the Doc Stewarts. Johnson, the righty on the mound. First pitch is in for strike one, and we're underway in the bottom of the first. Docs get a runner to third in the first inning, but cannot score. Cody Johnson comes in with a 3-4 record this season. He's pitched in 36 innings as he misses inside. Johnson, a 5.25 ERA, 29 strikeouts to just 13 walks this year. 1-1 count for Elliott. Takes in the dirt for a 2-1 count. Johnson trying to become the first 4-game winner of the season for the Doc Stewarts. Misses low, and the count will go to 3-1. Chase Elliott leading things off yet again, went without a hit in game one. His 3-1 pitch from Johnson. Chops a breaking ball to third base. Zach Mandera with it. Throw to first. 5-3 the put out to start off things here in the bottom of the first inning. One away. Batting next will be Wyatt Sales. Sales playing at second base. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. For your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup, we had Chase Elliott leading things off. Wyatt Sales at the plate now. Bryce Betcher, the third baseman, hitting third, and Trey Nelson, the first baseman, batting cleanup. There's a pitch outside, goes to a 2-0 count. Following the cleanup man is Isaiah Burke, the center fielder, followed by Zach Hart, the right fielder. It's a swing and a miss for strike one. Jace Cross, the catcher, bats seventh, followed by Dylan Edwards, the left fielder. And the right fielder is the nine-hitter is the starting pitcher, Trevor Duran. That is your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup. Give them a call at 673-0363. Ground ball up the middle on the 2-1 pitch. Diving for it, Caden Johnson can't come up with it. Would have had a hard time to get the plate at first, even if he had gloved it. And that'll be a one-out single for Wyatt Sales, getting on base with the comebacker up the middle over the mound. So Wyatt Sales on with one out. Both teams getting a runner on base in the first. Up next will be Bryce Betcher, the third baseman. Stands in with one on and one out, looking to stay out of the ground ball double play if he can. First pitch is low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. Throw over to first base, back in. No tag applied by Stone at first. We'll look around the diamond here with 1 out in just a moment. Another throw over there. Let's do it now. Behind the plate, it'll be Kyler Leishner catching in game 2. Jonathan Stone at first, Jacob Luther at second, Caden Johnson at short, and Zach Mandera at third. In the outfield from left to right, Gillespie, Russell, and Black. That is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Diamond Power Equipment. Another pitch low for ball 2 for Cody. Pulls off the hat, wipes away some sweat on the brow, and gets ready to go on the 2-0 delivery for Bryce Betcher. Two-0 pitch. He pulls that one foul down the third base side by quite some ways. 2 balls and a strike now against a 3-hitter. 1 out with a man on at first. Two balls and a strike. Cody delivers to the plate. Off speed. Strike 2 called inside corner right at the knees. That breaking ball freezing Betcher in his tracks. 2-2 count. Johnson steps off and throws to first. Back into the bag with the head first slide goes Sales. Sales reaching on the 1-out single right back up the middle over the mound. Another throw to first and back in again safely will go Cody. Cody throwing into the sun looking that direction. You can start to see outfield mostly in the shade here at John Young Field in Springfield. Shade just starting to make its way to the infield. Ground ball, sharp hit ball gets by Zach Mandera at third. Into left field, runner going to third base. The throw. He came off the bag. Yes! They'll get Wyatt Sales over sliding the bag. Zach Mandera continues to apply the tag as Sales goes by, and he comes off. The throw from Gillespie gets it to Zach Mandera in the air. Tag would have been late if he had stayed on, but he slides off the bag at third. And there's your second out. Bryce Betcher ends up at second base. So you've got 2 away with a man at second. Trey Nelson at the plate, the first baseman. First pitch swinging, and it's caught at third base by Zach Mandera. I didn't even have time to look that direction to see it. Sharp ball hit at Zach. He catches it in the air. The line drive will finish things off in the bottom of the first. Cody Johnson avoids giving up any damage, and it's a scoreless ball game heading to the second here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Top of the second inning, Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score, brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Scoreless game. So far, no runs on no hits for the Doc Stewarts, and no runs on 2 hits for the Willamette Valley Titans. Joey Keyran here with you, game 2 of our doubleheader here from Springfield. Zach Mandera leads things off for the Docs. First pitch from Trevor Duran in the dirt for ball 1. Duran struggled with his accuracy in the first inning, but settled in. finished off with a strikeout, is 1-0, gets Mandera to swing and miss at a pitch in the dirt for strike one. Zach with the solo homer in game one. We're going to try and continue to be hot at the plate. The 1-1 chases another pitch kind of low. That one probably was in the strike zone. He fouls it off for strike two. Doc Stewart's trying to get to a 3-game winning streak. They'll have tomorrow off after Salem cancels the game at Legion Field, and then they'll be on the road against the Southpaws from Mid-Valley coming up on Thursday. Ball fouled away by Mandera down the right field side. Stays alive with the 1-2 count. Those Mid-Valley Southpaws, Docs lost to them in game one of the season, then won game two. They'll head up to their place coming up on Thursday. The Southpaws, they're leading the way in Area 3 as a pitch swung on and missed out of the glove for Cross. He'll throw down to first, and Nelson steps on the bag for the out. One away. 2 strikeouts in the game for Trevor Duran now. One down, and Kyler Leishner stands in next. Leishner did not play in game one, so he'll have his first at-bats of the day for Kyler Leishner this season, batting .298. First pitch, swing and a miss. And Duran continues to stymie the Doc Stewart's offense. A couple of strikeouts, no hits so far. His 0-1 pitch coming up for Leishner. Out of the windup, Duran delivers. Low and outside, a 1-1 count. Leishner catching here in game two. Zach Holland had the duties behind the plate in game one. 1-1 delivery. Off speed, called for a strike. Right on the inside corner that time. Leishner watching it all the way go by. Duran looking to try and get another quick out here. Out of his windup, the 1-2 pitch. Strike three called. He gets his third strikeout of the game. Back-to-back here in the second. He's now struck out 3 straight. 2 down. And up next will be Jet Black, the right fielder for the Doc Stewarts. Jet drove in a run in game one and scored a run. Big part of the comeback for the Docs as they won 6-3 in the opener. He takes the first pitch for strike one. Fastball right at the top of the strike zone. 0-1 delivery for Duran. Finding the grip in the glove. Now works out of the windup. Breaking ball, strike two. So far the Docs have been watching a lot of pitches go by. Trying to be selective, and right now they're just letting strikes go by. 0-2 pitch for Jet. They go upstairs. He chops at it, sends it to third base. Betcher up with it, throws to first. Nelson with the stretch makes the final out. A 1-2-3 second inning for Trevor Duran and the Willamette Valley Titans. Docs go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Head to the bottom of the second and a scoreless ball game on CBS Sports Radio. 1490, The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Bottom of the second inning, Doc Stewart's here on 1490 The Score tonight, brought to you by Clinton Newell Auto Group, your local Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Toyota dealer. Sun about to find its way below the horizon. I was not too far off. I said about 30 minutes. I think it's going to be pretty close to that. Cody Johnson on the mound starting the second inning. His first pitch, a swing and a miss to the lefty. Zach Hart standing in to lead things off. Swing and a miss for strike two. Ball in the air, back behind home, I think. Oh, no, it's going to be down to third to Mandera. Boy, that one got everybody, I think, a bit there. That'll be the first out. I thought that one was going back behind home. I was reading Kyler Leishner, who I think I hear saying that he thought that one was going back behind home, too. First pitch now to Isaiah Burke, who bats in the 7th spot. Actually make it the 6th spot. Looks like my lineup card was initially incorrect here. I had Burke and Hart switched. So one away, the 1-1 taken for strike two. One away so far. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. Leishner up with it. He'll throw down to Jonathan Stone for the out. So a strikeout for Cody Johnson. And that is a Joe's Towing strikeout, his first of the game. Don't strike out when you get stuck. Call Joe's Towing, your local professionals. Up next will be Jace Cross. The catcher fouls it back to the backstop to lead off his at-bat against Cody Johnson. Johnson coming in and having a much stronger second inning, much like we saw out of Trevor Duran as a pitch in the dirt, a 1-1 count. Lights will probably be coming on here soon at John Young Field at the Hamlin Sports Complex. The 1-1 taken for strike two. A 1-2 outside by a bit. Evens up the count at 2-2 here against Cross. Two down, nobody on base. Swing and a miss. Another Joe's Towing strikeout to finish things off in the second. Both pitchers come out with pretty strong performances in the second inning, and we remain at a scoreless ball game heading to the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for the Titans. It's 0-0 through 2 innings here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
We head to the top of the third inning in a scoreless ball game. Doc Stewart's will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. Doc's Baseball Today, brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. It is Caden Johnson leading things off here in the top of the third inning. Both teams with zeros on the board so far. First pitch for Johnson's in the air. Shallow right field. Second baseman Wyatt Sales calling for it as he drifts into foul territory. He'll make the play. A pitch for an out. And Trevor Duran, I'm sure, will take that each and every time. One away as Caden Johnson fouls out. Up next, the 9-hitter Jacob Luther getting his first at-bats of the evening. Didn't play in game one. Splits time at second base with Caden Johnson throughout much of the year. First pitch gets by for ball one. Luther this season batting .274. Trying to bring the average up. It was up over 300 for much of the year. Struggled a little bit as of late. Takes high for ball two. 9-hitter in the lineup, so after him we go back to the top for Garrett Russell. The 2-0 pitch. Luther gets jammed, pops one up and over the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. The facility's really, I mean, they did get an upgrade here. Really looks like a nice little complex. I'm sure they'll use it for a lot of purposes as Luther gets one in the air to right field. Going back at first, but now coming in for the catch. Zach Hart will make the play in right field. 2 away. Nobody on base as we go back to the top of the order for Garrett Russell. Russell drew a walk in the first inning, stole second, stole third, but was left standing at third base as the Docs were unable to bring him around. First pitch from Duran. Fastball, swing and a miss. Got a final score. Grants Pass did hang on to win against Klamath Falls. Hang on may be the wrong choice of words. As a pitch in the dirt for a 1-1 count against Russell. They end up prevailing 12-6 against Klamath Falls. So a lot of chances at splits here in game twos coming up tonight in Area 4 play. 1-1 pitch. Russell gets underneath one, out towards left center. On the run, center fielder Isaiah Burke will make the catch for the final out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Duran. Sets the side down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Docs will head to the bottom of the third in a scoreless ballgame here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Bottom of the third inning, 8-9 hitters due up for Willamette Valley. We've turned into a pitcher's duel after a dangerous first inning for both sides. Cody Johnson on the mound. We are calling time, letting the coach get to first base here for the Titans in the bottom of the third. Cody Johnson will face Dylan Edwards to lead things off here in the bottom of the third inning. Edwards, the left fielder. First pitch, he's swinging at it in the air out towards center. Garrett Russell underneath it for the first out. Quick pitch there for one away. These two pitchers have very similar outcomes so far. Trevor Duran started the top of the third inning with one pitch for a pop out, there for a fly ball out. And so does Cody Johnson here in the bottom of the third. Trevor Duran will get a chance to hit now, the 9-hitter. He takes the first pitch high for ball one. A 1-0 pitch, misses upstairs again for a 2-0 count. Johnson facing the lineup for a first time. Duran will wrap it up. Fouls away a pitch for a 2-1 count. Found it surprising that Kevin Alexander, I have not seen him use a DH so far in our fourth game here against Willamette Valley. So they have not believed in it. They play more of a National League style. Doc's playing American League style, I guess. I don't know. 2-2 count after another foul ball. The pitchers continue to hit for themselves. Cade Bates even doing that in game one. 2-2 pitch from Johnson. Strike three called. Bottom of the strike zone there for Duran. He goes down looking. Third strikeout of the game for Cody Johnson. 2 down, top of the lineup. Chase Elliott in. Elliott grounding out to third base in the first inning. First pitch swinging. He goes to third again. Bobbled by Mandera. Picks up, throws to first. No, not in time. There'll be an error at third base for Mandera. That one was tight. Didn't miss by much there for Mandera. Obviously, if he fields it cleanly, he's got the play at first, but he commits the error. First error of the ballgame for the Doc Stewarts. 2 away with a man at first, and Wyatt Sales will hit. First pitch low for ball one. Now, this will be the moment that Coach Shaver asks his team, how do you respond to the error? It allows the inning to continue. Do you make up for it quickly, or do you let it hurt you? A 1-0 pitch, off speed, ground ball left side. Johnson in front of it, his throw to first. Won't be in time. And Wyatt Sales gets on safely. Second time he gets a base hit, an infield single to short. Cody Johnson a long way to get there. Caden Johnson a long way to get to that one. Long throw across the diamond. He was looking to try and maybe go to the short route to second base to get it to Luther, but not enough time to get it there for the out. He goes to first and was behind Sales, who was quickly down the line. 2 on with 2 away, and Bryce Betcher, the third baseman, hits. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Cody's first pitch is in the dirt for ball one. So the error extends it, then a single to Wyatt Sales, and now the Titans challenging once again to try and put the first run on the board. A man in scoring position with 2 away. High and inside. Oh, I thought it was a 2-0 count. The scoreboard says 1-1. No signal from the umpire to help me out. No, the scoreboard now changes to 2-0. That ball in the air for Betcher out towards center field. Coming in, Russell, a sliding catch to make the play. Long way to go for the center fielder. It looked like it might be one of those Texas leaguers, but Russell gets underneath it, a long sliding catch to make the final out here in the bottom of the third. It saves a run. No runs on 1 hit, 1 Doc Stewart error, and 2 men left on base. We stay scoreless as we go to the top of the fourth. Another tight one on our hands here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Lights starting to come on here at John Young Field as we make our way towards dusk. 0-0 ball game between the Doc Stewarts and the Willamette Valley Titans. Final game of the 4-game set. Doc's trying to win the series with a win here in Game 2. First pitch to Doran Gillespie from Trevor Duran. Low and outside as we start the top of the 4th inning. Doc's Baseball is brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts. Now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. 1-0 pitch is a bit upstairs for a 2-0 count. Doran Gillespie stands in. He flew out to left field in the first inning, his second at-bat against Duran. Game 1, we had pitchers go deep into the game so far. Both starting pitchers have looked all right here in Game 2. A strike taken by Gillespie gives him a 2-1 count. Into the 4th inning. Both pitchers looking to at least reach the minimum and try and qualify, but it's a scoreless ball game. It's been tied early. Breaking ball does not break. Keeps sailing on Trevor Duran there, and it gives him a 3-1 count against Gillespie. Doran digs back in. His 3-1 pitch coming up. He goes after one that was up. That one in the air down the left field line. Long run for Edwards into foul territory. He'll make the catch. That one hung up a while for Gillespie. And he flies out in foul territory down the left field line to start off things here in the 4th. 1 down. Up next, Jonathan Stone. 0 for 1 in the game as well. He flew out to left field his first time. He swings at the first pitch, puts it in the air to center this time. Docks a lot of balls in the air. Kept coming in. Isaiah Burke had to keep running to get to that one. It didn't carry nearly as far as I was expecting it to. I don't think he expected it to not carry as much as it did as well. Burke just kept running to get to that one. Finally made the catch on the run. 2 away, and Luke Lucido will stand in, looking to make amends for a strikeout looking back in the first. First pitch from Duran is in for strike 1. Couple of quick outs here for Trevor Duran. He worked quickly in the last 2 frames as well. He's retired now 9 straight batters. The 0-1 and fouled down the third base side for Lucido, gives him an 0-2 count. Actually make it, he is retired now 3, 6, 9, 11 straight batters after giving up the leadoff walk. Lucido gets underneath one, well hit out towards left center. In front of the left fielder, Isaiah Burke will make the play. 3 fly ball outs for the Doc Stewarts. Lucido's well struck, but not enough. And the Doc Stewarts go down in the top of the 4th in order. Since a leadoff walk, Trevor Duran has retired the Doc Stewarts in order every inning. We'll see if the Docs can find a way to break through later in this one. Cody Johnson trying to keep pace as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Bottom of the fourth inning, scoreless ball game. Docs Baseball brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Check on the Major League Baseball All-Star game here in a moment as the first pitch from Cody Johnson, a breaking ball that finishes low for ball one. As he faces off against Trey Nelson, the first baseman, lined out to third baseman Zach Mandera in the first. A swing and a miss on an off-speed. Makes it a 1-1 count here for Johnson against Nelson. Well, that game is still tied in the All-Star game there. American League versus National League as a ball fouled away for strike two against Trey Nelson. 5-5 the score in the bottom of the ninth inning. Actually, they've headed to extras in the All-Star game, going to the top of the 10th. The 1-2, Johnson misses in the dirt. Scooter Jeanette tying the game up on a two-run homers. A swing and a miss for strike three. Another Joe's towing strikeout for Cody Johnson. He's got four now in the ball game. Strikes out Trey Nelson to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. One away. Up next, the lefty, Zach Hart. Pulls one right side. Jacob Luther diving for it. Won't be able to make the play. Luther slowing the ball down as it makes its way into right field, but he didn't have much of a chance at getting that one to field to first. So a single for for Zach Hart will bring up Isaiah Burke. Hart getting on for the first time here in game two. That's the fourth hit of the ball game for the Titans here in game two of our doubleheader. First pitch low to Burke. 1-0 count. Isaiah Burke struck out swinging in the second inning. He swings and fouls off a pitch to even up the count. Now 1-1. So far, no runs on no hits and one error through 4 innings for the Docs. Here in the bottom of the fourth, no runs on 4 hits and no errors for the Titans. Strike called at the bottom of the zone. A 1-2 count now for Burke. Things starting to cool off, and I'm happy I brought a light pullover here. Might need that here eventually. Wind picking up, the 1-2. Fought it off right side. Jonathan Stone will flip it to Cody Johnson, and they do get the out at first. Stone almost looked like he might have taken a little bit too long to get that one out of his glove to get it to Johnson at first. But they do get it there just in time to beat out Isaiah Burke. 2 down, up to second base will go Zach Hart. Hart in scoring position with 2 down. Bottom of the fourth inning. Jace Cross will stand in. He struck out back in the second as well. First pitch swinging. He fouls down the left side. Lights starting to take effect here at the Hamlin Sports Complex in Springfield. 0-1 delivery for Johnson. Mixes it up and throws in the dirt for a 1-1 count. Cody with 2 hits given up in the first, 1 in the third, and now 1 here in the fourth. Still is holding the Titans scoreless as he gets a pop fly out towards shortstop. Still on the infield dirt. Caden Johnson will make the catch to finish things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Neither team managing much so far. No runs on 1 hit, no Doc Stewart errors, 1 man left on base for the Titans. We go to the top of the 5th on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Well, it looks like we're going to get a couple of changes on the defensive side of things as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Wyatt Sales is going to take over on the mound for the Willamette Valley Titans. Trevor Duran comes off the rubber, trying to find out where he moves to. Looks like they've got the outfield the same. Sales was at second base, so they might have made a move and brought the new guy in to put it second. So I think that's going to be the case. So it looks like the pitcher is taken out of the game. Wyatt Sales will take over on the mound. And it is now new man at second base. First pitch swinging on from the new pitcher for Zach Mandera. Puts this one in the air out to left field. Charging in left fielder Dylan Edwards will call off the shortstop, Chase Elliott. And he makes the catch in shallow left field. Kyle Davis, okay. I knew it was Davis. I was trying to figure out the first name, and I hadn't had a chance to look as of yet. One away. Ground or a ball in the air for Leischner, and this one another ball into shallow left field. This time the shortstop Elliott will get it. So Sales comes in, and he's induced 2 pop flies, just barely into the outfield for the Docs, and they continue to be without a hit so far as they go 2 away in the bottom or top of the 5th inning. Up next will be Jet Black trying to get something going. First pitch for Jet from Sales. He takes on the inside corner for strike 1. So Kyle Davis taking over at second, and the new man Wyatt Sales on the mound for Trevor Duran. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball for strike 2. Sales comes out firing BBs here early on. 0-2 pitch coming up. It's high for ball 1. Jet Black 0 for 1 in the game. Grounded out to third, back in the second. His 1-2 pitch coming up. Chops at a high pitch, and it's another infield fly ball. Charging in, second baseman Kyle Davis. It pops out of his glove, and Jet Black heads into second safely. The new second baseman came in a little too far, overran the play just a little bit, and Jet will take advantage. First error here in game 2 for the Titans, and it results with the Docs getting their first base runner here in the nightcap. Sales had been flying through in this 5th inning, getting 3 straight pop-outs, but couldn't finish it out there. Now can the Docs make them pay? First pitch to Caden Johnson is high for ball 1, and a visit out to the mound now for Jace Cross. Caden Johnson popped out to the second baseman in the third. 0 for 1 for him. Everybody on the Docs currently 0 for on the night as they do not have a hit. But the Docs with a scoring opportunity here with their second runner on base after the leadoff walk to Garrett Russell. Second time they've had a runner in scoring position as well. The 1-0, and Johnson will lay down a bunt, third base side, down the line, the throw. Not in time, up to third will go Jet Black, and Caden Johnson will break up the no-hitter with a bunt single down the third base line. Betcher came in, fielded it cleanly, and made a quick throw to first, but just did not get Caden Johnson by a hair. Johnson gets on at first, up to third base. Will go Jet Black up to third, 90 feet from home, and Jacob Luther will try to bring him in. First pitch for Luther against Wyatt Sales. The new man on the mound misses high and inside for ball 1. So Trevor Duran ended up pitching 4 innings of no-hit baseball. Didn't give up a hit, no runs, He did not walk, or he walked one and finished with 3 strikeouts. Ball fouled away by Luther. Gives Jacob a 1-1 count. Jacob Luther popped out to right field, back in the third. Had just the 1 at-bat against Trevor Duran. Bottom half of the lineup facing the new man for the first time. 1-1 pitch from Sales. Pitch high, runner going into second base will be Caden Johnson. 90 feet closer to home for the Docs. 2-1 count for Jacob Luther. The 2-1 pitch from Sales. Docs threatening. Breaking ball high for ball 3. Docs trying to get on the board first. Scoreless ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. 3-1 pitch coming up. Sales comes set, hands at the hip, delivers in. Luther pops one out to center field, charging in Burke. He won't get there in time. 1-run scores, 2-run scores. Burke with a 2-run single to shallow center field. Isaiah Burke in center just couldn't come in fast enough to get to that baseball. It drops just in front of him, and 2-runs score. Doc Stewart's in front 2-0 here in the 5th inning. And that dropped pop fly on the infield by second baseman Kyle Davis is going to come back to haunt the Titans here in the 5th inning. Top of the lineup, Garrett Russell. He puts a bunt. It goes over the mound. The shortstop fields, bare hands, throws to first. It won't work out. That's not how you draw it up, but a bunt over the mound, a short little pop fly, drops in for a base hit for Garrett Russell. That's a first. I don't know if I've ever seen that. So the Docs get a Texas leaguer out of Jacob Luther to drive in 2 runs. And blooper to center field, and then a bunt pop fly over the mound by Garrett Russell. And he picks up a single. What a wild turn of events here in the 5th. Runners at first and second. Ball gets away from Cross, and up to third base will go Luther. Out to second goes Russell. A wild pitch moving 2 runners up. At the plate, Doran Gillespie trying to drive in some more runs. Docs in front 2-0. With 2 outs, top of the 5th. 2-out rally here for him. Pitch high for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes against Doran Gillespie. Sales trying to get out of things here in the 5th. He's now facing his 7th batter. All of the runs unearned so far. The 2-0 pitch to Gillespie, a swing and a miss for strike 1. The pop fly on the infield by Jet Black should have ended it. He got on safely. Caden Johnson, a single to keep the inning going. Then Jacob Luther with the pop fly into shallow center field to score 2. And then Garrett Russell with the bunt pop fly over the mound to get him on base. And the Doc Stewarts keep this inning going and have themselves in a favorable spot, leading 2-0. 3-1 count for Gillespie. Sales trying to wrap it up here. His 3-1 pitch. Gillespie pops it up and foul back behind home. Count goes full. Gillespie reaches down for a handful of dirt as he gets ready to go on a full count pitch with 2 away. Russell at second, Luther at third. Runners necessarily not moving on the pitch. And if they had, they'd be back to where they started as another foul ball for Gillespie. Keeps the at-bat going. Sun has made its way below the horizon. Not exactly nightfall yet here in Springfield, but getting close. Game 2 moving quickly as both teams have been cruising through the first 4 innings, but the Docs putting together a long 5th inning, scoring twice so far. 3-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Second and third. Sales steps and throws to third base. Everybody's safe, back to their bags. 3 balls, 2 strikes against Doran Gillespie. Gillespie gets underneath another one. That one popped up, and it will get out of play. And it muds it right in this patch of grass that they've got stakes all over. I'm sure that's to keep people off of it so the grass can grow. And kind of like a golf ball on a wet golf course, that one plugs into the grass. It comes out cleanly, though. But it made quite the thud noise on the foul ball. Wyatt Sales, pop out to start out the inning. Got the first 2 outs quickly. Looked like he had the third out, but the error continued here in the 5th. And the Docs have made long work of this 5th inning, taking advantage of that extra life here in the top half of the frame. 3-2 pitch again, and it's high for ball 4, and that'll load the bases. Jonathan Stone will hit with the bases loaded. Gillespie at first, Russell at second, Luther at third. Docs lead 2-0. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 2 outs and Jonathan Stone batting. Doc Stewart's baseball tonight. Brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Stone 0 for 2 with a pair of pop-outs to the outfield. Swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Flew out to left field in the first, flew out to center field in the 4th. Folks starting to grab their jackets and blankets. Feels weird to be bundling up after the last couple days we've had. A pitch upstairs for a 1-1 count. Last couple of nights it's been just begging for the temperature to drop at all. It's time called to visit out to the mound here for Jace Cross, and also out to the mound is going to go the assistant coach here for the Willamette Valley Titans. Gives us a moment to let you know tonight's game also brought to you by Dr. Bonnie Gower. She's here to open your eyes to more options when it comes to your vision. So to find out more or to schedule your appointment, call 440-2590. Quick reminder that coming up tomorrow, the Docs were scheduled to host the Salem Withnell Dodgers. They asked to get out of that game with the Docs because they've got league games that are trying to make their way through, and I'm guessing that they are trying to lighten their load this portion of the season in hopes of helping improve their odds of getting into the postseason. So the Salem Withnell Dodgers canceled tomorrow night's game at Legion Field, so no game tomorrow night for the Doc Stewarts at home. Their next action after tonight will be at West Albany High School against the Mid-Valley Southpaws coming up Thursday. That one starts early at 4 o'clock for game 1 of the doubleheader. So it's an earlier start time there from West Albany High School. Tune in for broadcast coverage starting at 3:45 Thursday afternoon. 1-1 pitch to Stone. He gets this one in the air out towards left field, and that one drifting foul. Well struck. If it stays fair, I don't know. I couldn't see it if that one cleared the fences. I don't think it did, but it would have driven in a couple of runs if he could have gotten it to land fair. Strike 2 there against Jonathan Stone. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Wyatt Sales against Jonathan Stone, trying to drive in some more runs. Docs lead 2-0 here in the top of the 5th. Breaking ball, Stone stays on it. A ground ball to third. Bryce Betcher fields and takes it to the bag for the final out. Docs get 2 runs, though, as they take the lead against the Willamette Valley Titans. 2-0 going to the bottom of the 5th inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
We welcome you back to Springfield, Oregon, as we get ready for the bottom of the fifth inning. Doc Stewart's leading at 2-0 against the Willamette Valley Titans. Joey Keyran here with you. Tonight's game brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Leading things off will be Dylan Edwards facing Cody Johnson, who had a long break in between the fourth and the fifth innings. His first pitch, fastball, for strike one. Johnson now with a 2-run lead to work with. He's allowed 4 hits, but no runs so far. His 0-1 pitch, breaking ball for strike 2. Well, apparently the American League wins it in the 10th inning. On top of the National League in the Major League Baseball All-Star game. Ball fouled away for Dylan Edwards. Keeps him at a 0-2 count. Let's take a look at it here. 8-6, the final score. 3 runs in the top of the 10th for the AL. There's a pitch in the dirt. Will make it a 1-2 count for Dylan Edwards. Alex Bregman, George Springer go deep in the 10th to put the American League on top. Ball fought off right side. Jonathan Stone with those long arms snags it out of the air. That one in foul territory. He used every inch of his 6'7" frame to get to it. That ball just fought off by Edwards. In most cases, that ball probably gets by the first baseman and lands for a harmless foul ball. But Jonathan Stone with those long arms able to snag it out of the air. The first pitch now for the 9-hitter. It'll be a new man up to bat. It's Kyle Davis who gets to hit. Fouls one back for strike 2. Kyle Davis, a swing and a miss at the third pitch. 3 pitches, he goes down with a Joe's towing strikeout. 5th of the game for Cody Johnson, 2 away. Top of the lineup, Chase Elliott will stand in. First pitch for Elliott is a breaking ball, strike 1. Cody Johnson with a 2-run lead. Seems to be empowered a little bit here. For the 0-1 pitch in the air to right field. And Jet Black will make the catch to wrap things up in the bottom of the 5th. Docs lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. They're closing in on a sweep on the road. That would be a first this season. We'll have the rest of the game for you when we come back. Docs in front 2-0 on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Luke Lucido, Zach Mandera, Kyler Leischner all due up here in the 6th inning for the Doc Stewarts. They lead 2-0. Doc's Baseball brought to you by Cruise Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. Luke Lucido 0 for 2 in this ball game. Looking for his first hit. He faces Wyatt Sales, who fires in a first pitch strike. Sales came in relief in the 5th inning. Got the first 2 outs quickly. Looked like he had out number 3, but an error extended the inning, and he gives up the first 2 runs of the ball game. He stays in here, and the 0-1 pitch is in for a called strike 2 against Lucido. Luke 0-2 against the new man on the mound. Time called before the next pitch for Lucido. He'll step out. Now the Docs continue. They wear the orange tops here in Game 2. Blue tops for Willamette Valley as the 0-2 pitch from Sales is in the dirt. Docs have been sporting a lot of orange as of lately, it seems. I thought they were going to wear black tops here today, but apparently they decided to go with orange. Your uniform description brought to you by Hammer Sport, Douglas County's hottest custom sportswear store for custom team jerseys, hats, and more. Find them in downtown Roseburg on Jackson. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for Lucido. Goes down for a second time. That'll be the first strikeout of the game for Wyatt Sales. 1 away. Zach Mandera bats. Zach is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He popped out against Sales. He was the first batter to face the new man on the mound, and he gets plunked in the back. 1 out hit by pitch. We had 6 hit batters in Game 1 between the 2 pitchers. Game 2, that's the first hit batter of the afternoon. Guess I should say the evening. So Wyatt Sales puts on Zach Mandera with 1 out. Docs lead 2-0 here in the top of the 6th inning. Kyler Leischner bats. 0 for 2 in the game for him. First pitch high for ball 1. Docs with a total of 3 hits in the ball game. They were held hitless through the first 4 innings. Finally put 3 hits on the board in the 5th. Caden Johnson, Jacob Luther, and Garrett Russell all getting base hits in the 5th inning. 1-0 delivery coming up for Kyler Leischner. Throw over to first and said. Just ahead of the tag. Zach Mandera had a big lead at first, and that one was close over there. But Mandera just gets in ahead of the tag from Trey Nelson, the first baseman. 1 ball, no strikes against Kyler Leischner. Sales steps off the mound but does not throw to first. 1 ball, no strikes. Sales fires in, misses low for ball 2. Behind the plate, Jace Cross looking towards the dugout, getting the signs from the pitching coach in the dugout there. Delivers them to the mound. The 2-0 pitch, low again for a 3-0 count. Be curious to find out more about that. I don't think most pitching coaches would like to give away all their signals, but just hear more about that process of delivering those pitches in. Strike called on the 3-0 for Leischner, gives him a 3-1 count. Kyler standing back in, looking for his first hit of the night. After not playing in Game 1, he puts this one out towards left field, but it goes foul for strike 2. You know, how much is a pitching coach calling? Is he trying to call, obviously, the pitch selection, location, all those kind of fun things? How much control does he give to the catcher or the pitcher? Does he call multiple pitches in case the catcher shakes off the first one, or the pitcher does? Ball fouled away by Leischner. Stays a full count with 1 away. All things that it'd be fun to pick a coach's brain about. Maybe someday we'll get a chance to. Full count for Kyler Leischner. Struck out in the 2nd inning. Popped out to short back in the 5th. Stands back in with the 3-2 pitch coming. Sales delivers. Leishner underneath a high fastball out to center field coming in. Now going back, misreading this one. It goes off the glove for Burke in center field. Mandera heading for third. He'll get in safely. And it's an error to get Kyler Leishner on base. Isaiah Burke came running in to get to that one. Then he froze and stumbled a bit. Tried to backpedal, and it ended up popping off of his glove. He wasn't too far off, but by the time he got back to where he wanted to be, he had stumbled around so much, seemed to be off balance, and he gives up the error. Second error of the game for the Titans, and the Docs have runners at first and third with just one out. Up next, Jet Black. Jet was the beneficiary of an error in the 5th inning, got on base, and eventually came around to score the go-ahead run for the Docs. First and third, just one out. First pitch high for ball 1 to Jet. Can hear from off in the distance Coach Shaver screaming out the directions for the Docs as they check their wristbands. The 1-0 pitch. Low for ball 2. Sales hasn't thrown bad, but he's not gotten the help and support from his defense that he needed. He'd be probably keeping it a scoreless ball game at the moment if he had gotten the help from the defense he needed. 2-0 pitch taken for strike 1 for Jet. The error in the 5th inning would have been the final out, and Docs wouldn't have scored. Error here in the 6th inning would have been the second out. Docs would still just have a man at first with 2 away. 2-1 pitch coming up. Sales comes set. Jet fouls it back for strike 2. So that's what happens in the ball game. You got to, of course, not allow those errors to happen for one, and when they do, not allow them to continue to snowball on a team and make matters worse. New baseballs come in from the home dugout down the third base side. Just realizing how far away the dugouts feel here at this ballpark. Docs down the first base side, but their dugout is either even with first base or just as far back as it out there, and maybe a little bit further. Runners on the corners with one out. 2-2 pitch for Jet Black. Breaking ball in the dirt. Leishner heads for second. No throw down that direction. He'll get in safely, 2 in scoring position, and it's a full count now for Jet Black, still just 1 away. Three-two pitch coming up. Jet fouls it away, stays alive. We'll check on Game 2 scores from other games around Area 4. Nothing to report as of yet. Waiting on reports from my broadcasting brethren. In the dirt for ball 4. Jet Black will draw the full count walk. Bases loaded with 1 away. A hit batter and a walk now issued here in the 6th inning for Wyatt Sales. That, if I'm not mistaken, his first walk. It's his second. He's walked 2 in the ball game. Bases loaded, just 1 out. Caden Johnson hitting, trying to put some more numbers on the board for the Doc Stewarts. Sales first pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Johnson had a bunt single in the 5th inning down the third base side. Popped out to second in the 3rd. Puts this one in the air. Foul territory, third base side. Betcher calling for it, and he'll catch it in foul territory. That is the second out for the Titans. That's a much needed out for them. They get it in foul territory as well. 2 down, and up next, Jacob Luther will hit with the bases loaded, trying to extend the Docs 2-0 lead. Luther had the bloop fly ball to center field his last time up that drove in 2 runs. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. One-0 delivery for Sales, trying to get out of the 6th inning with the bases loaded. Strike on the outside corner. Luther in there, hitting for a third time tonight, second time in his many innings. Hit in the fifth and now again in the sixth. He grounds one towards short. Picked up. Elliott to second base for the final out. Well, the Docs can't bring in a run despite having the bases loaded with just one out. They leave them loaded as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Still a 2-0 score. Docs in front here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Doc Stewart's baseball is brought to you by Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. It's a 2-0 lead for Cody Johnson and the Docs. Johnson still throwing on the mound, and he works the first pitch in for strike one. Cody Johnson facing Wyatt Sales, now the pitcher for the Willamette Valley Titans. Takes outside for a 1-1 count. Sales 2 for 2 in this ball game with 2 singles. One up the middle and one through the left side of the infield. Johnson will step off before the next pitch. I believe Wyatt Sales on the hook for the loss at the moment as he puts this one through the left side. 3 for 3 at the plate for him. He's doing the best that he can to try and help out the team. He takes a hard turn and look at second, but he'll hold to a single. Leadoff man on base for the Titans. That is the first time they get the leadoff man on here in game 2. One on, nobody out. Bryce Betcher will stand in next. Yeah, Wyatt Sales on the hook for the loss right now, so he's doing his best to try and change that with the bat in his hand. 3 singles for him. He's been left on base 2 out of the 3 times. Once he was put out at third. First pitch to Bryce Betcher, in for strike one. Betcher is 1 for 2 with a single in the first inning. Throw over to first base by Johnson. Oh, 0-1 delivery coming up next here for Betcher. Fouls it back for strike 2. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Docs 6 outs away from getting a sweep on the road. It'd be their first road sweep of a league opponent. The 0-2 from Johnson high for a 1-2 count. Trying to think here as well. Let me look at the schedule. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Bryce Betcher. Johnson will reset. And they'll reset again. Now the Docs, yeah, they've not taken 2 games in a doubleheader on the road all season. They really haven't played many road doubleheaders as a ball fouled away. Stays a 1-2 count here for Bryce Betcher. Only road doubleheaders really I think that I see on the schedule for the Doc Stewarts have all been league road doubleheaders. Played plenty of road games, just not many doubleheaders. The 1-2, Betcher gets this one in the air out towards left field. Well struck. Gillespie going to the fence, and it goes off the top of the wall. Gillespie will send it in, and they do not get a run out of it. Bryce Betcher hits a double. I thought that for sure Wyatt Sales would get around to try and score on that one. He only makes it to third. It's a double to the wall by Bryce Betcher. His second hit of the ball game. Runners at second and third with nobody out. And Kyler Leischner will go out to visit with Cody Johnson. That means the game-tying run in scoring position for the Titans. They've got a little bit of life. Sixth hit in the ball game for the Titans. Two of them coming here in this sixth inning. Trey Nelson coming up to hit. He had the big day down in Roseburg yesterday. In the doubleheader, I think finished with 4 hits in the combined doubleheader. He takes low and inside for ball 1. Here in game 2 of this doubleheader, he is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging back in the 4th. Nelson's 1-0. He gets that one in the air out to center field. Russell on the run. It'll probably score 1. Garrett makes the catch, and Sales will score. A sacrifice fly for Trey Nelson. 1 run comes in, and 1 out. 2-1 your score. Doc still in front. Game-tying run at second base. That ball was pummeled by Trey Nelson. Felt like he hit that one pretty good. Zach Hart comes up 1 for 2. The lefty, first pitch, high and away. The 1-0 pitch for Cody Johnson. Breaking ball low for a 2-0 count. Well, Cody here in the 6th inning, giving up his first run. Two-0 delivery, runner going. Breaking ball for a strike, no throw to third, and Betcher will get in safely. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 2 for Hart. So the game-tying run now 90 feet from home. Sac fly ties this ball game up. Base knock, pass ball, error, all likely to tie the ball game up here. The 2-2 pitch for Johnson. Breaking ball, ground ball towards second. Luther makes the throw to first, but the ground out will tie the game at 2. 2 down. Squared up 2 apiece here in the 6th inning. We're going to go to the 7th yet again, tied. Actually, I guess we went to the bottom of the 7th, tied in game 1. Doc's tied it in the top of the 7th. 2 away, bases empty, 2-2 ball game now. And I guess there's still a chance for the Titans to take a lead here in the 6th inning as well. It's still just 2 outs. First pitch was a swing and a miss for Isaiah Burke. The 0-1 outside for a 1-1 count. For the Docs in the 7th inning, they'll have the top of their order. Russell, Gillespie, and Stone due up. Strike on the inside corner and takes it to a 1-2 count here against Isaiah Burke, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game. His 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Well, the Docs get out of the bottom of the 6th inning, but they give up the lead. It's a 2-2 score as we head to the 7th inning. Docs trying to get the sweep on the road as they take on the Willamette Valley Titans. To the 7th we go. Score tied 2-2 on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Well, we go to the top of the 7th. This ball game tied 2-2. Doc Stewart's trying to get a sweep on the road against the Willamette Valley Titans. They'll need to score here in the 7th if they want to do it in regulation. Doc's baseball tonight brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Garrett Russell lead things off. He's 1 for 2 in the game, a walk and a single. Squares to bunt on the first pitch and fouls it away for strike 1. It's Wyatt Sales still working on the mound for the Willamette Valley Titans. He's no longer on the hook for the loss, with the game now tied unless he gives up the go-ahead run. 0-1 pitch coming up for Russell. Strike 2 called on a breaking ball. Russell will dig back in. No balls, 2 strikes against him. Sales trying to get the first out. Out of the windup, he fires in. It's low for ball 1. Russell holding off on that pitch. Fastball low. Doran Gillespie waits on deck. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, and Jonathan Stone 0 for 3 in this one. 0-2 pitch for Russell. Swings and fouls it off. Russell staying alive. They'll give the catcher a moment there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sales out of the windup. Off speed. Russell will go down swinging. It's 1 away. Second strikeout of the game for Wyatt Sales after coming in the 5th inning. Gave up 2 runs in the 5th inning, both of them unearned. He's trying to work his way out of the loss here tonight. Has 1 out. Doran Gillespie will bat. First pitch to Gillespie. Gets underneath it. Got off the handle. It's still on the infield dirt. And the shortstop, Chase Elliott, makes the catch for the second out. 2 away. Docs will be down to their final out here in the 7th inning. And Jonathan Stone will bat. Docs trying to see if they can gain a lead before going to the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch for Stone. That one in the air out towards left field. Going back, Edwards in front of the wall. He'll make the catch. Well struck ball by Stone, but not enough. And that'll wrap up things here in the top of the 7th inning. Docs go down in order, 1, 2, 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Docs in a 2-2 ball game with the Willamette Valley Titans. The Titans looking to walk off with a win and earn a split at home here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Titans. We could be facing extra innings for a second straight ball game. 2-2 is our score. Jace Cross leads things off against Cody Johnson. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Welcome you back here to John Young Field at the Hamlin Sports Complex in Springfield. Docs and the Titans squaring off a league doubleheader. Final game of the 4-game set. Pitched low again for Cody Johnson, who remains on the mound into the 7th inning for the Docs. He's got a 2-0 count here against Cross, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game, and he takes strike 1. Cross has struck out and popped out. His 2-1 pitch from Johnson coming up. Cody delivers, ground ball, third base side foul. That one sharply hit down that line. Looked like Zach Mandera down there didn't have much time to react to it. But it goes foul, so no worry. 2-2 from Johnson. Swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. Leishner has to get to it. He'll throw down to Jonathan Stone, and that'll retire Jace Cross, 1 away. Up next, Dylan Edwards. 7th strikeout of the game. It's another Joe's Towing strikeout for Cody Johnson. He's got 7 punch-outs so far. 1 away. Dylan Edwards stands in. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Edwards last time up lined out in foul territory to Jonathan Stone. First pitch, breaking ball for a strike. Stone with those long arms and legs down there was able to pick one out of the air in foul territory from Edwards. The 0-1 takes in the dirt for a 1-1 count. Cody Johnson trying to go all 7 innings and force it into extras after giving up the lead in the 6th inning on 2 hits. 1-1 pitch from Cody. Strike 2 called. Brody Black is thrown in the bullpen. I think he did throw a little in game 1 as well. 1-2 pitch from Johnson. Off speed, almost got him to go after it. He doesn't. 2-2 count. Cody Johnson getting up close to 90 pitches in tonight's ball game. His 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3. Was ahead early. His off-speed stuff not getting Edwards to chase. And Johnson waiting for Edwards to dig back in. He's ready to go. Cody quickly into his windup. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball fouled away just over the top of the fencing down that first base side and out of the stadium. I think it hit off of another fence and ricocheted somewhere. That one seemed a little dangerous play there. 1 away with nobody on base. The 8-hitter Dylan Edwards in with a 3-2 count. Tie ball game in the 7th. Breaking ball just misses for ball 4. So Edwards will get on with the walk for Cody Johnson. That is his first walk issued. Docs have been their pitching staffs have been very good at limiting the number of walks they've been giving up as of late. It's been very low numbers on that total. So the game-winning run on at first, squaring to bunt in front of home. Leishner, his throw to first, will get the out as Kyle Davis lays down the sac bunt. And so now the game-winning run in scoring position at second, but there's 2 away. 2 down. Edwards out at second. Cody Johnson trying to get the final out here and move it into extras. He fires in the first pitch inside for ball 1 against Chase Elliott. Elliott's been on base once in the ball game. Got on in an error in the 3rd. Does not have a hit between the 2 games combined. Caden Johnson out to the mound to go have a word with Cody Johnson. Has the glove in front of his face as he talks with his older brother. They try to wrap things up here in the 7th and force it to extra innings for a 2nd straight game. At the plate, Chase Elliott trying to give the Titans a walk-off win. The 1-0 pitch from Johnson. Breaking ball called for a strike. 1-1 the count. Pressure moment here for Cody Johnson, trying to get it into extras. We went to 9 innings in game 1 in what is a scheduled 7-inning contest. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball, grounder to short. Johnson to Stone. We're headed to extras. 6-3 the put out to finish regulation. The Docs leave the game-winning runner stranded at second. As they get in the 7th inning, Doc Stewart's against the Titans. Titans go down. No runs on no hits. There were no errors for the Doc Stewarts. 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the 8th. Extras once again. Tied at 2 here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Well, we went 9 innings in game 1. Game 2 is at least heading to the 8th. Luke Lucido will lead things off for the Docs. Hits a ground ball foul down the third base line. Wyatt Sales still on the mound for the Titans. He came in the 5th inning. This will be his 4th inning of work. Luke Lucido 0 for 3 in the ballgame so far. The 0-1 pitch coming up for him as he leads things off in the 8th inning. He takes a breaking ball for strike 2. Doc's trying to come back after giving up the lead here in game 2 and get a sweep. Lucido waits on a breaking ball, hits that one in the air down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Luke heading for second base, and the left fielder, Dylan Edwards, throws his hands up as that ball must have got under the fence. Out there in left field, it'll be a ground rule double for Luke Lucido. My guess is he was going to end up with a double either way. Unless, I guess, if the ball hadn't been found and they couldn't get it back in. But that's where the ground rule double with throwing your hands up comes into play. Leadoff double for Luke Lucido. Doc Stewart's in business here in the 8th inning trying to score the go-ahead run. Zach Mandera will come up next. Mandera 0 for 2 in this one. Was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. He squares to bunt, puts it third base side, foul. Just down the chalk line. Be strike 1. Lucido back to second base. Temperature has been dropping here today. Have gotten a couple of scores from other games going on. Medford leading Eugene 8-1. They were in the top of the 7th at last report of that one. And in the top of the 4th, it was 0-0 between Grants Pass and Klamath Falls. Squaring to bunt again, Mandera pulls it back for ball 1. So, tie one down in Klamath Falls for game 2 of that doubleheader. Klamath Falls trying to get the series win against Grants Pass if they could take the second game of that doubleheader. Eugene and Medford, they're also trying to decide a series winner in that one too. Mandera squares the bunt. He puts it down third base side. It's fielded by Sales. His throw to first will get the out. Mandera lays down the sac bunt, 1 away. That is 1-4. The put out on the sac bunt, 1 away, and now Coach Alexander coming out. Have a conversation with the home umpire. Not sure what the discussion is about in this situation. And he'll get the umpire to go out to talk with his fellow mate. Behind the plate here in Game 2 has been Trey Cornish. He'll go talk with Matt Favreau, the field umpire, about a ruling somewhere. I'm not sure. Not sure what Coach Alexander was trying to claim happened on that one, but we'll move on. One away, whatever he was hoping for, he didn't get it. One away, Luke Lucido at third. And Kyler Leichner batting for the Docs. Sack bunt laid down there by Zach Mandera. Does the job, and Leichner will call time before the first pitch. Leichner 0 for 3, reached on an error in the 6th inning. First pitch, he takes for strike 1. Leichner had the ball hit into center field that was misplayed by Isaiah Burke. Dropped it, allowing Leichner to get on base, but he was left stranded at second. 0-1 pitch here. Ground ball, chopper. The throw goes to the plate. Lucido trying to score. He will not. Luke didn't get the right read on the ball in the infield. Thought it might get over the head of Chase Elliott, I'm guessing. And the Docs will trade a runner at third for a runner at first and 2 away. 6-2 the put-out. Cross holding his ground at the plate and making the tag on Lucido, diving in on the throw. Great throw from Chase Elliott at shortstop. And the fielder's choice puts Leichner on at first, now 2 down. So the Docs had the golden opportunity to try and score the go-ahead run, and they can't come through. Wyatt Sales fires in a pitch to Jet Black, fouls it off for strike 1. Jet 0 for 2 in the game, walked his last time up. His 0-1 swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 2. Doc Stewart's right now with just 4 hits in the ball game. 6 hits for the Titans. 0-2 pitch coming up for Wyatt Sales. Leichner on at first. Jet Black, that one in the air out towards right field. And there to make the catch, Zach Hart will wrap up things in the top of the 8th. Docs threaten, get a man to third base with only 1 out, but they can't come through with a run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning, still tied 2-2 here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
After a 9-inning game in the opener of this doubleheader, we are we're in extras here in Game 2. Bottom of the 8th inning coming at you next. Wyatt Sales will lead things off, the pitcher of record for the Willamette Valley Titans. Cody Johnson still on the mound working for the Doc Stewarts. His breaking ball misses low for ball 1. Cody Johnson into his 8th inning of work. We saw in the opener Jay Stoffel work into the 8th inning as well. First 2 pitches are breaking balls low, both missing. 2-0 count for Cody Johnson. It goes to his fastball in the air. Might have been the changeup. Out to center field. Garrett Russell makes the catch for the first out. 1 away. Well, it's a perfect opportunity to remind everybody that coming up, let's see, today is Tuesday. 2 weeks from now, we'll be right in the thick of the upcoming AAA American Legion State Tournament being hosted by the Roseburg Dock Stewarts. That'll be there at Legion Field, and we'll have coverage of every game from the state tournament for you, streaming online at 541radio.com. As the first pitch swung and fouled back by Bryce Betcher for strike one. Every game from the state tournament will be streaming online at 541radio.com, thanks to sponsorship from Virginia Everard with Fox Real Estate Groups and Keller Williams Umpqua Valley. Look forward to bringing you every game from the tournament until a champion in the state of Oregon is crowned. 1-1 count now. Bryce Betcher at the plate is 2 for 3 in this one. His 1-1 pitch just misses. 2 balls and a strike. Betcher last time up scored, had a double to left field and eventually scored the game-tying run. So he takes low again for a 3-1 count. Two-two your score. A run here in the bottom of the 8th would win it for the Titans. They're trying to do so with 1 out as the ball fouled away on the 3-1 pitch. And Bryce Betcher will have a full count now. We've got the heart of the lineup coming up here for the Titans against Cody Johnson, who is, by my tally, over 100 pitches. His full count pitch, breaking ball low for ball 4. One on, one away. Doc Stewart's a ground ball away from getting into the 9th inning. Need that double play option. Standing in, Trey Nelson, 0 for 2. Had a ground out for an RBI had a sac fly for an RBI in the 6th, scoring the first run of the game for the Titans as he swings and misses at a high pitch for strike 1. Nelson drove in the first run. The man on deck, Zach Hart, drove in the second run of the game on a ground out. The 0-1 pitch, again challenging him upstairs, and Cody gets him to swing and foul tip that one into the cyclone, or the fence. Back behind home. 0-2 count. The 0-2, do they change the direction, go low? They do. That ball lifted out in the air to left field, charging in Gillespie with the catch. Almost wondered if he was thinking about trying to fire that one all the way to first to try and double off Bryce Betcher. He does not. He thinks better of that idea. Just a soft toss back into Caden Johnson. 2 down now. Betcher back to first base after his walk. And now Zach Hart will come in. And out to the mound will go head coach Scott Shaver. This might just be it for Cody Johnson. He has gotten up on a pretty high number on his pitch count into the 8th inning. And Coach Shaver out there to talk with him. Zach Hart will be up to bat after the meeting. And the only question we'll have is who will he face? Cody Johnson staying in the game. Could be the last batter he faces here by his choice or by somebody else's. There are pitch counts here in American Legion Baseball. And Cody, I've got him up at 108 pitches. I could be off by a couple, but that's about where I have him. Zach Hart digs in, 1 for 3. A throw over to first base for Cody. Back in safely will go Betcher. 1 for 3 for Zach Hart. Had a single in the 4th inning, and again drove in the game-tying run in the 6th with a ground out to second base. First pitch coming from Cody Johnson. Runner going, throw down to second from Leishner, not going to be there. Throw was high. Caden Johnson coming to get it. Betcher gets into scoring position at second. 1-0 count for Zach Hart. Johnson trying to get out of the 8th inning and force it to a 9th as he misses just outside for ball 2. Docs won game 1, 6-3. taking it in 9 innings. Here in game 2, we're in the 8th. The Titans trying to even up the series and win it in a walk-off. The 2-0 pitch from Johnson. Just outside for a 3-0 count. 2-1, excuse me. Strike called in there, I guess. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 outside. It'll go to a 3-1 count. Zach Hart, the left-handed batter, versus Cody Johnson. Man at second base with 2 down. Doc's trying to get into the 9th. The 3-1. Breaking ball goes by. Up to third base goes Betcher. And Leischner can't stop the ball outside. The wild pitch moving Bryce Betcher 90 feet closer to home. A walk issued to Zach Hart. Puts runners on the corners. The runner at third is, of course, the big focus. You've got 2 down. Runners on the corners. And Cody Johnson continues to stay in. Isaac Burke at the plate. Runner going on the first pitch. It's a strike called at the plate against Burke. Up to second base goes Hart. And it makes the force out. The only play you can get it is at first. Ball fouled away by Isaiah Burke for strike 2. And Cody Johnson 1 strike away from getting this ball game into the 9th. Isaiah Burke is 0 for 3 in the ball game. His 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called! And we're headed to the 9th. Possibly the last batter faced for Cody Johnson. It's his 8th strikeout of the game, and we're headed to the 9th inning. Doc Stewart's and the Willamette Valley Titans all knotted up at 2 apiece as we go to the 9th inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Season is finally here, but remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Well, we head to the top of the 9th inning. Game 1 went 9. Why don't we make Game 2 go 9 as well? Doc Stewart's Baseball here for you tonight on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score, streaming with video online at 541radio.com. On the mound for the Titans, Wyatt Sales still out there. Docs will bring in a new hitter here in the 8th spot in the lineup card. It'll be Zach Holland to get a chance to bat here in Game 2. Played in Game 1. Hasn't played in Game 2 until this moment as he takes the first pitch high and away for ball 1 from Wyatt Sales. So Caden Johnson gets pinched hit for. Holland, the lefty, first pitch, or the 1-0 pitch, is fouled back. That one right into my camera, it looked like. Gonna have to make note of that one. The 1-1 pitch for Holland. Strike on the low inside corner right at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Holland. Sales delivers the off-speed outside. Goes to a 2-2 count. Well, I'm glad my camera didn't fall over or something like that. Still looks like it's got a good view. 2-2 pitch for Holland. Reaches for one. Lines it right to the shortstop, Chase Elliott. He didn't even have to move. His feet stayed planted, and he reaches out for the catch. One away. So one down as Jacob Luther will get a chance to hit. Luther and the 9 spot, 1 for 3. He drove in 2 runs earlier in the 5th. For his first pitch, he steps out. One down, top of the 9th inning, score tied at 2. It's been a weird, not a weird, but a great series between these two teams as Luther will sneak one through on the left side. And the go-ahead run on base for the Doc Stewarts with 1 out. It's been a good series. Game 1 between the Doc Stewarts and the Titans down in Roseburg yesterday. 3-1 the final with the two runs coming in the top of the 7th for Willamette Valley to get their 3-1 victory in the opener. Game 2, Doc Stewart scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th to come back for a 6-4 win. Game 1 here tonight going extra innings. Doc's winning 6-3, and now this one going extra innings as well. The first pitch, a swing and a miss out of Garrett Russell. Russell standing in, trying to pick up a base knock and move Luther over into scoring position. The 0-1 throw goes over to first. Luther back in safely. So they've all been pretty tight contests late into the games, and tonight's been no exception with the games even tighter than what we've seen before, going to extra innings in both. Wyatt Sales on the mound, trying to keep it a tie ball game, going to the bottom of the 9th. We will have a bottom of the 9th. The 0-1 for Russell, another swing and a miss. Garrett tonight is 1 for 3, had the one hit coming on a bunt that he popped over the mound for a base hit. His 0-2 pitch coming up. Takes low and outside for ball 1. Wyatt Sales into his 5th inning of work. Taking over for starter Trevor Duran, who will not factor into this one tonight. 1-2 pitch for Russell. Sales delivers. Russell takes low and outside. The count goes 2-2. We'll see how the Docs change things defensively going to the bottom of the 9th inning with the pinch hit by Zach Holland. The 2-2, Russell probably takes a cut at ball 3. Fouls it back, though. Stays a 2-2 count. Well, they're still tied going to the bottom of the 5th down in Klamath Falls between the Falcons and the Grants Pass Nuggets in Game 2 of their doubleheader. Throw in, Luther back in ahead of the tag. If Klamath Falls can win Game 2 of that doubleheader, they'll take the series against the Nuggets. If the Nuggets win, they'll split the series with Klamath Falls. Eugene loses the series against Medford, losing 2 tonight against the Mustangs. Russell fouls off another pitch to stay alive. 2-2 the count. Medford winning pretty big. They take Game 2 of that doubleheader 10-2. So they won 16-1 in 6 and 10-2 in the nightcap. 2-2 pitch here for Russell. Breaking ball, he fights it off right side. Could be a double play. They flip to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. Russell will get in safely. They called him out at first? Wow. Russell is called out at first base. Wow, okay, well, I don't think this one's going to get overturned. It's going to be a double play. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth, still tied at 2. And there.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Back here for the bottom of the ninth inning. That one, that got some fans a little vocal here late in this game. Finishing out the top of the ninth inning. Still a 2-2 ball game. Docs will go to the bullpen. It is Brody Black that'll take over on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. Cody Johnson comes out of the game after pitching 8 innings. He will not factor into the decision, will not get his 4th win of the year. Brody on the mound will get you, there should be at least another defensive change somewhere. Cody Johnson stays in the game, goes to short. Jacob Luther stays at second. Leischner is still behind the plate. Let's see, did they put Holland somewhere in the field? Gillespie still in left. Russell still in center. And we'll check right field. His first pitch from Brody Black, high near the head. It's still jet black and right, so we'll figure this out here. Brody Black is 1-0, high and inside for a 2-0 count. So I think what's going to happen here, this pitch misses high and inside for ball 3. What's going to happen, I think, is Holland comes back out of the game. Johnson enters for himself as the DH position. As a pitch in for a strike for Brody Black as he faces Jace Cross, the catcher, who is 0 for 3 in this one, 2 strikeouts. And ball 4. So a walk to lead things off for Brody Black to Jace Cross. So Brody now will face Dylan Edwards with the game-winning run on at first. Squaring to bunt, Edwards puts it foul down the first base side. Edwards 0 for 2 in the ball game with a walk his last time up. Was left stranded at second base, would have been the game-winning run at the time. Back in the 7th. Squaring to bunt again, he takes high. A 1-1 count. Brody Black wasn't the DH. That's what's messing me up here. 1-1 pitch. He puts it down the first base side, foul. Edwards will have 2 strikes against him now. One ball, 2 strikes with nobody out, a man on at first. Squaring to bunt again, and Edwards will take high for a 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch from Brody Black with a man at first. Squaring to bunt, taking for strike 3. Dylan Edwards will go down looking. 9th strikeout for the Docs pitching staff here in Game 2. 1 away. And now they need a ground ball for an out here as Kyle Davis will step in. Davis 0 for 1, laid down a sac bunt his last time up. Brody will check first before coming set. Coming on in relief, Brody Black for the Doc Stewarts. First pitch high for ball 1 against the 9-hitter Davis. The 1-0. Taken for a strike to even things up at a 1-1 count here for Davis. The 1-1, Brody misses high off the glove for a haul in and out to second base. Will go cross, and that will take away the double play option. Out to second base goes Jace Cross. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch from Brody. High for ball 3. Three balls and a strike here against Davis. Brody gets one in for a swing and a miss. Strike 2. The 3-2 pitch from Brody misses low for ball 4. Runners at first and second, still 1 away, and top of the order coming up. 2 walks issued so far by Brody Black. Trying to keep the Docs in it and force it to the 10th. First pitch coming up for Chase Elliott with 1 away and 2 on. It's upstairs for ball 1. First and second, and a visit out to the mound now for Tom Nielsen to go have a talk with Brody Black here. Brody trying to keep the game going. Taking a look at his numbers this season. Brody Black has pitched in 10 2/3 innings, making his 6th appearance for the Docs. He's got a 1-0 record with 1 save. Trying to get his 2nd win of the season, possibly, if he can get him out of the bottom of the 9th with the score still tied 2-2. And if the Docs can find a way to get a run on the board in the 10th. A 1-0 count. Was just asked if Brody's the brother of Jet, and yeah, we've got 3 sets of brothers on this team. Yeah, it's pretty strange circumstances this year. 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball in for a strike for Brody. His breaking ball makes it a 1-1 count. Runners at first and second. 1 run's all it's going to take to get the Titans a victory as the ball in the dirt goes to a 2-1 count. Chase Elliott at the plate. Again, 0 for 4 in this one. His 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Oh, he fouls it off. The count will go 2-2. Just got a piece of that one. That helps the Docs out as that ball got away. Leishner would have had to chase it to the backstop, and both runners would have moved up 90 feet. 2-2 count at the moment. Brody looking to wrap it up. Get a second out here on the 2-2 pitch. Misses low, and the count will go full. Walk would load the bases. It's not the end of the world. The only runner that the Docs are worried about is the guy at second base, Jace Cross. The 3-2 pitch from Brody. Just inside, and he'll walk the bases loaded. 3 walks issued here in the 9th inning by Brody Black. Docs will need need a double play, need to try and get the out at home. What do they do defensively here? Do they try and bring in the defense on the grass, or do they play him back? How do they want to approach this here? Head coach Scott Shavers headed out to the mound. Brody Black's going to hand over the baseball. New man on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. When we come back, it's our Shelby Amigulena call to the pen. Doc Stewarts make a pitching move. And the new man on the mound, I believe, is going to be Noah Burke. We'll have all the details when we return. 1 out, bases loaded for the Doc Stewarts against the Willamette Valley Titans. I guess the Titans have the bases loaded. Doc's trying to keep the game going. They need 2 more outs to make it into the 10th inning. Back after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Okay.
Goofy.
Okay.
Favorite cartoon character? SpongeBob.
Tigger.
All right.
My favorite cartoon character is Squidward.
Well, it was a short outing for Brody Black, not the outing he was hoping for. Noah Burke will take over here in the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded with 1 out. Doc Stewart's in a tie ball game 2-2. Titans trying to get a split here at home and split the series with the Doc Stewarts. Noah Burke takes over. He's pitched 23 1/3 innings. He's got a 3-0 record. 1 save in 2 opportunities, a 4.24 ERA. He comes in. The bases are loaded. And the Doc Stewarts are going to bring in an extra infielder to try and see if they can stop the run at the plate. It's a new strategy I've not seen used at this level before. So they bring in Jet Black to play up the middle. His first pitch in the dirt for ball 1 for Noah Burke. Pressure moment here. Wyatt Sales at the plate facing the new man on the mound. Takes over for Brody Black. Brody leaving the 3 runners on base, so Noah inherits those. The 1-0 pitch from Burke. Foul ball for strike 1. Burke up there rearing and firing, trying to get the out here. Sales is 3 for 4 in this ball game. Ball to the outfield. It's a good chance it's going to drive in the game-winning run, whether it drops or whether it is caught. 1-1 pitch from Burke, and he'll step off. We've got 3 defenders on the left side of the infield and 2 on the right side. Jet Black playing up the middle on the infield grass. Breaking ball just inside for a 2-1 count. Wyatt Sales with 3 singles, scored in the 6th inning, was the first run of the game for the Titans. His 2-1 pitch from Noah Burke. Low and inside for ball 3, and it's going to come down to this. Docs can't walk another runner. They've got to get one in there for a strike. A walk wins the game for the Titans. The 3-1 pitch for Noah Burke. And he walks the base, walks in the final run. A pitch apparently inside will end it. So the Doc Stewarts walk in the game-winning run in the bottom of the 9th. Wyatt Sales will pick up the victory. And he also drives in the game-winning run. So the Docs and the Titans will split. Final score 3-2. Titans take game 2 of the doubleheader. We'll come back and wrap it all up for you in the Roseburg Disposal postgame show after this on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Gotta go with barbecue.
Cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Spitz cracked pepper.
Aunt Carol's barbecue seeds.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Ranch.
We welcome you back here to Hamlin Sports Complex. We're going to try to make it a quick post-game show as we wrap things up and get back on the road after a pair of extra inning ball games. Docs win Game 1 6-3. In the nightcap, the Titans take Game 2 3-2. It's your Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Well, the Docs in the ninth inning of Game 2. They walk the bases loaded and walk in the game-winning run for the Titans. That'll end the 2-game winning streak for the Doc Stewarts. They go to 21-16 on the year, and they go to 9-7 in league play. Willamette Valley will improve to 15-21 on the year and 7-9 in league play. So let's see here. The Docs stay at 9 wins. Let's see. Eugene lost, so let's see here. That doesn't seem right from what I'm looking at here. That's the problem there. So they were 7-8. There we go. So Willamette Valley is going to actually move into a tie with Eugene for 3rd place in the league standings. And we're waiting to find out the final of the Grants Pass and Klamath Falls game going on in Grants Pass, or excuse me, in Klamath Falls at the moment. Last I heard, Klamath Falls was winning. You could have Grants Pass and Klamath Falls tied again at the bottom of the standings, and we could have things real tight going into the final series of the season for Area 4 teams. But a final score here, 3-2. Doc Stewart's fall in Game 2 as we welcome you into the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let's take a look at your game recap brought to you by the News Review Sports section. For more on today's game, of course, make sure you pick up a copy of the News Review print edition coming out tomorrow. Docs took a 2-0 lead in the top of the 5th inning. Both of them unearned runs after a dropped infield pop fly extended the inning, and the Docs would then put 2 runs across. Willamette Valley scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie the game up on a sac fly and a ground out as they get them the hard way against Cody Johnson, and they would tie the game up there, and we go into extra innings. In the bottom of the 9th, that's when the final run comes in. A bases-loaded walk issued to Wyatt Sales. He picks up the RBI and the win as the Titans take the victory 3-2 against the Doc Stewarts. Looking at your Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update, Bringing you the final numbers from the board. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for the Doc Stewarts. 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for Willamette Valley. Doc Stewarts left 8 men on base, while the Titans left a grand total of 7 men on base here tonight. Picking up the win is going to be Wyatt Sales in relief. Taking the loss is going to be Brody Black for the Doc Stewarts. We'll go ahead and take our break, our final break of the post-game show. And when we come back, we'll get you numbers from this one, name our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game for the Doc Stewarts, and we'll wrap things up here from the Hamlin Sports Complex. Back after this 2-minute break here on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Reese's Pieces.
Popcorn with butter.
Starburst.
Popcorn.
Okay.
Skittles. Popcorn.
Swedish Fish.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Best snack for movies? Oh, buttered popcorn.
Okay.
What is that?
Back here for more of the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Coming up, we'll name our Roseburg Refrigeration Player of the Game. Doc Stewart's fall in Game 2, 3-2 against the Willamette Valley Titans. And we'll see how things shake out here. Still waiting on a final from Klamath Falls. But let's see here. Klamath Falls is winning 4-0 against Grants Pass. If that score holds, we'll have a couple of ties in the standings. Medford has got a decent lead for first in the league standings at 13-3. Docs at 9-7 now, sit 4 games behind the league leader, dropping back from 3 games. Eugene and Willamette Valley now tied at 7-9. And if Klamath Falls wins, you'll have both Grants Pass and Klamath Falls tied at 6-10. So a lot of teams real close to each other at the bottom of the standings, and how it turns out is the last place team in the area is the odd man out. Everybody else gets into the postseason one way or the other. Final score again, 3-2 here from the nightcap in this doubleheader. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of your numbers from this one. Want to first let you know that tonight's game has been brought to you by Oregon Coach Crafters, the best in RV services and repair, and by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Well, for Wyatt Sales, he picks up the win, goes 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, neither earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. He came in for Trevor Duran, who pitched the first 4 innings, didn't give up a hit or a run, walked 1 and struck out 3. Cody Johnson pitches 8 innings, gives up just 6 hits over that time, scatters those 6 hits to give up just 2 runs. He gave up the 2 runs in the 6th inning. They were both earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Real nice night for Cody Johnson. A shame again that somebody had to take the loss. Brody Black came in and pitched the 9th inning, only got 1/3 of an out, or 1/3 of the inning worked. He didn't give up a hit, He walked 3, struck out 1. He gives up the game-winning run. Noah Burke comes in, and he walks 1 in his time on the mound. That walked in the game-winning run, which was attributed to Brody Black. That's why he takes the loss. So Brody Black goes to 1-1 on the year with the loss here tonight in Game 2. Offensive numbers, not a lot to go around. Garrett Russell gets a single in there, finishes 1 for 4 in the ball game. Luke Lucido had a double. He goes 1 for 4. Caden Johnson was 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored, and Jacob Luther goes 2 for 4. Had a bloop single to drive in 2 runs. I don't know if he truly gets credit for the RBI because they were unearned runs. Let's see here for Luther. Yeah, he does. He gets a 2 RBI, driving in 2 runs in the 5th inning. And he had a pair of singles going 2 for 4. So not a bad night for Jacob Luther. Unfortunately, it doesn't pan out for the Doc Stewarts to get the win. So on the other side for the Willamette Valley Titans, 3 hits in the game for Wyatt Sales, goes 3 for 4 with a walk. He drove in the game-winning run with that walk, picks up that RBI, scored a run in there as well. Bryce Betcher goes 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Let's see here. Zach Hart goes 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI and a walk. And that is all the hits in the ball game for the Willamette Valley Titans. Pitching ruled the day today. Not a lot of offense for either side. And I'm sure that both teams kind of kicked themselves thinking about what could have been here tonight. Well, folks, we're going to start wrapping it up there. Want to start making our way back home and not hold everybody up here at the ballpark for too long. So we'll go ahead and start wrapping it up. I want to say thanks to the Willamette Valley Titans for hosting us here tonight. It's been a pleasure at the ballpark, as always. I want to say thanks to head coach Scott Shaver and the Doc Stewarts for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewarts baseball here on The Score. Thanks to Brenton Cranford and Chance Terrell back in the studio for the radio production here tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran, folks. We hope you tune in on Thursday night. Reminder, no game tomorrow night for the Doc Stewarts as Salem canceled the game at Legion Field. So no Doc Stewarts baseball tomorrow night. We get a night off and then back to action on Thursday when the Docs will visit West Albany High School to take on the Mid-Valley Southpaws. We'll have that one. It's a 4 o'clock start time for Game 1, and pregame coverage will start at 3:45. The doubleheader from West Albany High School. We'll have it for you right here online at 541radio.com and also right here on the radio on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. Okay. All right, guys, thanks so much for all.